Hello, my name is Amber. I would like to share with you my new knowledge of the Maori Tangata Hoena Aotearoa, meaning, excuse me, Maori, the people of the land of the long white cloud. During my short video presentation, I will share my knowledge about who the Maori people are, where they came from, Maori culture and arts, the Maori spiritual beliefs, Maori stories and legends. Who are the Maori peoples? I will begin with giving you a brief glimpse into the Maori people. Te Reo Maori, the Maori language, is an official language of New Zealand. The language has began to grow in use by both Maori and non-Maori in the recent years, especially with greetings. Mo'ata Rao means good morning. Many English place names have now been officially changed to the proper Maori name. Maori are the guardians of nature. They first arrived in Aotearoa over 1,000 years ago from Hawaii, their Polynesian homeland. They arrived on the islands from waka voyages, also known as canoe voyages, between 1320 and 1350. These beautiful islands, called Aotearoa, I apologize if I'm saying this incorrectly, I am not fluent in the language of the Maori, also known as New Zealand, is the home of the Maori people. They were the first peoples to call these islands home. They have a strong spiritual connection to the land and earth, and the Earth Mother, Papa Tua Nuku. On the left is a photo of the official flag of New Zealand. The blue symbolizes the Royal Navy. The stars show the country's location in the South Pacific Ocean. The Union Jack recognizes the origins as a British colony. On the right is the National Maori flag. It was flown in 2010 on Waitangi Day, the 150th anniversary of the Treaty of Waitangi signed between the British and the Maori peoples. It was first flown over the Auckland Harbour Bridge. The black represents the Korikori, the realm of potential being, the darkness from which the world emerged. It represents the heavens and the male element, formless, floating, and passive. The white represents Te Ao Morana, the realm of being and light, the physical world. It symbolizes purity, harmony, enlightenment, and balance. The red represents Te Weo, the realm of coming into being, the female element. It is also Papa Tua Nuku, the Earth Mother, the sustainer of all living things. The color of Earth is red, from where the first human being was created. It also means gestation, land, forest emergence, southern falling, flashing, and active. The curling frond shape, called the koru, the shape of a fern or leaf-like part of a palm, symbolizes the unfolding of a new life. It represents rebirth, continuity, the promise of renewal, and hope for the future. The design of this flag means the balance of natural forces, to live life with nature and to understand nature. Here are some photographs of Maori people. The photos on the right and the bottom of the slide show honji, a salutation used by the Maori people. It involves two people pressing their foreheads and noses together. You share the breath of life. It symbolizes the union of two souls. Notice the traditional Maori tattoos. Their intricate designs have meaning and share a story. I will share more knowledge on this later in my presentation. The Maori culture is rich with many forms of art. Some of these include carving, tattoos, weaving, music, dance, and much more. Tau Wakaro, or art carving, is a traditional Maui art. The carvings are handmade and carved into stone, wood, or bone. The wooden carvings were formed into things such as tool handles, containers, fence poles, houses, and tai aha, a traditional weapon used by the Maori people, shown in the photo on the far left. In the center, you will see a rock carving from Lake Taupo in Mine Bay, created all by hand. It's a tattooed face. These traditional tattoos have their own meaning. Te moko, traditional Maori tattoos, were used to express one's personality and identity. In Polynesian culture, there historically wasn't any form of writing. Tattoos were a way to show history. They symbolized one's rank in society, their genealogy, as well as status in a hierarchical society. And sexual maturity. Tattoos evolved into a highly refined art form. The area of the tattoo is placed on the body is significant. As an example, the back of the body would be the past, while the front related to the future. The top half of the body is related to the spiritual world, while the bottom half relates to the world and earth. Starting on the left is a koru or spiral, meaning new life, growth, rebirth, and a deep connection to the earth. Next is a pukuru. A single twist symbolizes one's life journey or path in life. It is the symbol of eternity. Next is haimato, or the fish hook. It represents prosperity, strength, good luck, and a safe journey. The last symbol is the pukura, double and triple twist, representing the joining of two people or cultures for eternity in peace, love, and friendship. Ruranga, the traditional art of flax weaving, has been part of the Maori culture ever since they arrived in Aotearoa. When the peoples first arrived, the climate was much colder than what they were accustomed to, so they used weaving to create clothing for themselves. Maori make many different things with weaving, such as clothing, bags, and as decoration. There are some Maori people today hoping people will use woven baskets and bags rather than plastic bags, in the hopes that they could have a positive impact on the environment. On the left are a bunch of flowers woven out of flax. In the middle photograph, they're traditional clothing made by Maori people. On the right, there is a close-up showing the detail of a kono or basket made by flax weaving. Food was traditionally cooked in an umu or pit oven. This is called hanji and is done by using heated rocks. The food was placed between bark and large leaves and then covered with earth. This method of traditional cooking is still done for large groups and special occasions. They would cook food such as fish, chicken, and vegetables. Maori believe in gods. These gods represent the sky, earth, forests, and forces of nature. In time of need, it is believed that the spirits of ancestors could be called upon for help. Here is a photo of a Maori, a tribal meeting ground. In order to enter, you must be officially welcomed by the Maori people through a traditional ceremony called pauhiri. It usually consists of singing and is meant to ensure you are coming in peace. Once you are here, you are able to experience speeches and traditional song and dance. It is said that a Maori is the best place to learn about the Maori people and their culture. Dance is a big part of Maori culture. The haka is a ceremonial war dance that was once used to scare the opponent in a war or fight. It involves synchronized stomping and chanting combined with vigorous physical movements. The haka is also used in other ways and at other ceremonies. It is a sign of respect and can be used to greet important guests, honor achievements, or to show respect at different occasions or funerals. Hakas are now performed at sporting events. The Maori often use stories and legends as a way of learning and passing on knowledge. On the left is a photo of Maui, now well known from the Disney movie Moana. Traditionally, the story is about Maui and the fish he brought up out of the Pacific Ocean. This fish became the North Island. The South Island was created by Maui's canoe, or waka. Stewart Island was formed by the canoe's anchor. Another Maori story or legend is Mangoroa, the shark that formed the Milky Way. Sharks are viewed as guardian spirits. Legend says Maui took a shark from the ocean and placed it high up in the sky. It formed what is now known as the Milky Way. The people of Ngati, Tuaroa, and Iwi, or tribe, tell a story of how the geothermal wonders of Lake Taupo were created. Nagatoro Irangi and his sisters, Tehoata and Te Papu, brought fire from Hawaii to New Zealand. He called to his sisters as he was faced with cold conditions. His sisters came in the form of fire. From under the earth, 3 active volcanoes were formed and created geothermal pools called craters of the moon. Today, the Maori people make up 16.5% of New Zealand's population. They are the second largest ethnic group in New Zealand. Maori culture is highly important in New Zealand and is showcased throughout the islands. On the left is a photo of the New Zealand All Blacks, the country's rugby team, performing the haka. On the right is a Maori documentary film that is only one of the many television shows and movies shown on the Maori's own television network. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and were able to gain some knowledge about the Maori, the indigenous peoples of New Zealand. Thank you.